Hey, Brock here. So I am going to jump back into Unity. I know I've been messing around in Unreal for a while, but now I'm actually going to try to go back to Unity, see how it goes. And I decided that I would go check out something that had been on my list for a while now, this tower defense template. It was released from Unity, and it's been out for a while. Not sure when it's well, I guess 2019. They last updated in 2021. But point is, I'm going to jump in here and see how easy it is to expand upon this template. And I noticed that there's not really any videos out there on it anyway. So um, hopefully you enjoyed this, and hopefully I can uh, jump back into Unity and get really used to it. So let's start off by just testing out the the game. So I have the project pulled up here. Um, so let's go into the actual um, project. So we'll find their scenes, main menu. Let's just play the game as is and get kind of used to how it is and then figure out what we want to do next. All right. So um, this has options. We can turn that down. That's nice. All right. Select a level. Hopefully this will be easy to add to. We'll hit play. So you can drop things down here. Let's see. AWS does move us around. Zooming could work better. That's for sure. Let's hit start. So essentially, there's just the path and the places that we can build stuff. Can we build anything? Okay, we can build something there. There is not a fast forward button. Um, and it looks like we can just keep on adding energy to ourselves, which I'm not sure why they would do that. Like, kind of makes it not much of a game anymore, right? So I'd probably want to take that out. I could see at the end of a wave being able to give somebody an option or something. Uh, but yeah. Hey, how far can we zoom in? Okay, I guess this is as far as we can zoom in. Okay. Okay, so I can click on stuff and upgrade it. Okay. Very cool. Let's escape. Yeah, escape does work. Let's go back to main menu. Let's go to the last one. Uh, Interesting. I'm gonna give you a little spoiler. I did mess around with this earlier. I guess I had changed it kept my changed color on this level because I did poke around in here before I hit record. Let's stop for a second. Let's pop back into here. So we got levels down here. That was level 5. Let's pop in here. All right, we're gonna go back to the scene. Yeah, so I had messed around with this. don't know what color it was before. Let's pop into one of the other levels. I'm pretty sure it was just this similar color. Yeah, let's just copy. Pretty sure like all of these are pretty similar. Scenes, look at what levels. Level 2. That's slightly different color. I guess it was something. Levels. They did leave in here this levels prototype, which is very similar to the level 1 that we just took a look at, but I guess doesn't have any of the terrain. It looks like they have, like, this is the path that the waves are going to come. Looks like. And so they basically just put all this around it. So there's that. Let's go back to that scene level 5. Paste. I think this is more of what it was supposed to look like. Let's hit play. Yeah, sure. I don't know what color it was supposed to be. I definitely messed with it, but it doesn't really matter. Here you can see in this level 5, they actually have a lot more other things. I'm not really sure why. Like, you got an energy pylon. This seems like a good thing to like force people, like, you have to build and you have to wait for stuff, like for the energy to get up here. And so maybe you have to balance this out. So seems like that would be a gameplay mechanic instead of just being like, oh yeah, I can just, power myself up infinitely. Kind of weird. Anyway, all right, I'm going to quit that. So let's see. They have it set up where essentially this is kind of giving them kind of two paths that they could potentially go in to get to the base area. Alright, so let's see how easy it is to just add our own to the main menu. And in fact, let's think about what we want to do for a second on this. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so pulled up Trello and started making some notes. So I think, so over here on this far right is the one I really want to focus on. I want to make some changes. I want to add a new level with a new world, a new look and stuff. I want to, swap out some of the units, different models, and then I want to add a fast forward button for sure. And then maybe we can tweak that energy level stuff. Maybe there can be more work that you have to do with putting down pylons instead of like clicking just that energy button. And then we'll see what we want to do next. That might be all I do with this. I do have listed off like some stuff that I'll probably go ahead and install right away, at least fairly soon. And then I have stuff that I want to look into that, I was looking back and I have a lot of stuff that I've bought over the years from in the Unity store, and I haven't really messed with a lot of them. So I want to go ahead and mess with them and see what they're like. So first things first, let's try to put a level another level in the game. So I'm going to go in here and I'm literally just going to dupe this level 5. We're going to rename it level 6. Go in here, we'll rename this level 6. Rename level 6. Alright, let's see. Alright, in level 6, let's I think we have some, do we have starter stuff? Let's see. I might not have pulled the starter stuff. Let's look around in here. Tell you what, alright, so let's see. I just wanna make it kind of like obvious that this is a different level. I don't know. Let's just kill some of the stuff. What was that? Let's do that. It's like one big. Okay, so this is considered one giant level. I wonder. Hold on. I want to see something. I just yoink this over here for a second. I wonder what happens when we hit play here. Okay. Alright, so it just does its thing. That's fine for right now. It's funny it says level 1. Alright. That's fine for now. I'm gonna leave that over there. You know what? Actually, hold on. What I want to do, I want to just completely deactivate that for now. I'll leave it in its spot, but I'll just deactivate it. All right, we'll save that. All right, so if I go check out, all right, tower defense, I'm gonna go to scenes. I'm gonna go to the main menu. Oh, main menu. If I go into the game manager, see this level list. If I click it, double click it, you can see all these. So we'll go ahead and add another one. I'll call it ID 5 since we got 4 there. Call it level 6. Scene name is level 6. And we say new map. And let's save that and play our menu now. And there we are, level 6. So while we have our level here, we click on it, nothing's going to happen. There's an error. If we actually then go to File and Build Settings, we'll be able to add in that scene. So let's go navigate back to our level 6. We'll add that scene. If we then navigate back to the main menu, we can close this. We can hit play. We can select level, and then we can actually select that level. Okay, So something I have realized is that there's a documentation folder. So if we pop just into the template folder and then we find documentation folder, um, there's actually a PDF that has a lot of documentation. Um, and it talks about like the prototype level, and it talks about doing things like actually creating a level list and things like that. So what instead of what we just did where we did a copy and everything like that, we could use their little tools. But the thing is, if I pop into like data and levels and level list, if I were to, create, go to starter kit and create level list to just create another level list, I don't see any harm in editing the original. Um, but I guess if you were starting from scratch, then you could do this, which um, I guess makes sense. It's the same thing of like they have the Tower libraries. Um, so these are the different libraries that you could have uh, tied to basically um, what are available per level. Or instead of saying per level, if you just wanted to instead have like, you could rename these and be like, this is the basic loadout and like have different loadouts or something like that. And then you don't literally have to make a separate tower library for each level. You can just say these are the towers that are available um, for you. So it really depends on how you want to organize things. They have it organized per level, and maybe that makes the most sense. I guess it depends on how you'd want to have your tower defense stuff set up. Um, and then they have like what is each tower. Again, you could probably just copy one of these and swap them out, or you can right click, create tower defense, and do like tower configuration or all the different stuff. The documentation does go into what all of these are and things like that. Um, and we might look at it later or something like that. But I want to get back to the level itself. Um, I want to actually go ahead and put in a different level. So if you recall, we had, this level here that was from level 5 as environment. Let's go ahead and build out our own environment for a second and see about um, making it where they follow things. So I'm just going to go ahead and add in a quick, uh, just a terrain. So, and we'll make it a lot smaller. And then let's go ahead and position this. And I'm going to lower it. Let's see. I'm not sure. I guess we'll put it. Well, you know what? We'll put it down. Well, we'll put it here. I think that we do need to make sure that it is at the at least on level with our little base thing, and we'll build up around it. So, all right, let's go ahead and build a little bit on our terrain. We're just gonna, I'm actually gonna make it where they would have to come. Let's make it where they'd have to come from, like this side. Just super simple. And actually, for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and block this off for a second. And let's hit play. Well, for one thing, let's actually deactivate this. There we go. All right. So now, when we start wave, see they're completely ignoring our terrain. It's completely ignoring. They're going right through it. All right. So I'm going to undo a little bit. There we go. The next thing that I noticed that I needed to do, which could be because of the version that I have of Unity in here, I noticed that this really light blue, that's the navigation mesh. So if we pop into like level 6, this nav mesh, I didn't have these tabs over here. What I had to do is go to Windows, I had to go to Package Manager, I had to go to the Unity registry, and then I had to look up this AI nav and install it. And then I could then go to Window, AI, and there's navigation, which is I guess the new one, and navigation obsolete, which is the one I'm going to use for this right now because that's what actually is, this one is the obsolete one. So we're going to hit bake. Okay. And now we're going to try to run our level again. And this time we'll notice some of them will try to go around. They're actually following this. Those are getting stuck. They're like, well, we don't know what to do. But these are getting around. Let's modify the level a little bit more. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something different. So I'm happy with the terrain, at least for this experiment right now. Now let's go ahead and look at their kind of pathing. Because while it does take into account the nav mesh, it also has to account for these little indicators that we have. So yeah, let's go ahead and try out moving these. So we go to, let's see our nodes, left, right. Let's go ahead and say, hey, if you go right, you got to go majorly right. Right? Because they got to go all the way around. Right 2. And then we'll make a slight change to the terrain. Terrain. We'll lower this down. also move, oh, not that. We'll move the left one over. I'll do left 2 over. All right. Now let's play, and I'm gonna play maximized. All right. So now if we hit start wave, they're not doing what I asked because I forgot to hit bake. All right, so let's go back to our navigation. Let's see, I think I want to adjust this. Gonna reduce this. There we go. That's more what I want. Basically saying, I don't want you to try to go over these mountains. So let's try this then. Start wave. Okay, so now he's going around. Now this one's going around. Well, that one got stuck. These are going around the way we'd expect them to. That one's stuck, I don't know why. Let's see the flying one. He has no problem. Funny enough, I think they actually have problems. Okay, there it goes. Am I not losing health? There we go. Now I'm losing health. I don't know why these aren't having me lose health. I guess they can't technically get to it. Is that the issue? Deactivate left. Ah, there's a weight to it. Let's make that weight higher. See if that changes anything. Figured weight would change like which one it goes to, more likely. It does not appear to be having that effect though. Alright, there's one coming. Yeah, these are not hitting. That one does. What is preventing these? What? Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, after spending quite a lot of time on actually messing with these nodes. So if I go to the level configuration, I look at nodes. It's really weird. So I've noticed that if I, for example, have it start with this one, or if I made a clone of this one and I tell the levels, so if I go, so here's like wave 1, and I tell it, if I tell it to start with the clone or the original, it doesn't seem to want to honor the new paths. But if I tell it to start with a different one, it totally honors it. And I really don't understand why. It really does not make sense to me. Especially since if I change, for example, if I try to change the starting one and tell it, like, I want it to just go to the right ones, and, like, it doesn't honor the selector part. So it really doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. If I jump into one of the other, like I went ahead and duplicated this scene, for example. I don't care about saving that. I was able to add, if I go to the navigation, sorry, level configuration nodes. I was able to add a bunch of nodes. I added a 4, I added a 1.2, a 1.6. I changed the 1.2, I think. Yeah, I changed it to be a random one instead of a fixed one. And it's working fine. It accepts all my changes automatically. So I don't know what's up with that. It's really, really, really frustrating when you can't figure out why something's not working. But that being said, this is I'm gonna step back for a second and let's try to build with this one for a second, what we were doing in this other one, and just see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna do a similar thing. I'm gonna kill this, and then I'm going to add in a terrain. So actually, I don't want to just visually kill it. I want to actually deactivate it. And then I want to add my silly butt. Hold on. We got obstacles, and I'm going to create 3D, and I'm going to create a terrain. To me, that terrain is way too huge. Gonna knock it down, knock it down. We're gonna move it over here. Oh, don't want to grab it. Multiple axes. Let's Man, when you have not been in something for a while, it does take you a second. How do I swap? There we are. Woo-wee! Brock. Alright. Alright, so we'll just move this over. Nya. Good enough for me. Alright, I'm going to visually just try to line this up. And first thing I want to do is just bake this away. Just play with this. flat layer. They're going along. Stuck right here. Interesting. All right. What I also noticed here was the fact that the ending spot was not highlightable. So let's take our terrain. What do I want? Oh, well, I had it ending there. That's why. Hold on. I'd move that ending thing. So let me move the ending part. Yeah. Move it up. See if that works. I don't think I should be doing all that. But okay. Bam, that works. Bam, that works. Okay, so this is working the way we'd expect. I don't know why the other one didn't work. Okay. Lovely. Weird. All right. All right, so let's move this one over a little bit. All right, and the other thing I'm going to do, let's go ahead and build this up. So again, going into terrain. All right, so now if we take our starting node, which was over here, we're just gonna move it over here. We're gonna take this one, we're gonna say, hey, I want you to come over here. There. There. All right, let's see. Does it do what we need it to? This is a horrible text to work with. Also, I definitely built outside over here, but that's fine. So I can see them going. Okay, here they go. All right, they're following. Awesome, what we'd expect. Okay, cool. So, let's save this and let's kind of speed through some kind of just quick building of this. For right this second, I'm going to turn off our where you can place everything. So let's see. Nodes. Here we go. These placements. I'm just going to turn them off for a second because I don't know how I want these placed yet. I don't know how I want the things. So for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and do some world building. Okay, I think I am liking this area, how it looks. I like the settings I have. I like the details. It's a little poly, fill. Yeah. I definitely took me a little bit to get used to Unity's terrain system again. I had some issues with some of the scaling. Took me a little bit to get that figured out. Realized that it had to do with the fact of me making sure I was grabbing prefabs that actually have LODs for to actually honor the scaling that I had on the terrain. Also, making sure I could easily get to this. So if you go to overlay menu and AI, I wanted that on, and then I want like toggling the show navigation on and off. That was a big thing. Um, let's see what else. I think next, what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn these back on. Obviously, they don't really line up with my level anymore. Um, but let's just play for a second. And like add that one there. With the wave going. That works. That's firing. Boom, 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 boom. Basically, I just want to make little areas for these. See those? They can fire up and down. Let me move myself. I'm going to change the loadout here in a second. Alright, let's change the loadout to level configuration. Let's see. Level pool manager. No. Where is it? There we go. Wave manager. So, if I look at this, I'm going to change this out to what we had for level 6. All right. So now, at play, I have more options. Yeah, the EM is hitting it. It's not really EM, is it? It's not knocking them out, it's just slowing them down. I don't know if it should be called EM. All right, I'm fine with that. So, of course, I want to change the placement of these, and I want to try to make sure that wherever we put these, it actually looks like something could go there. The number 6. We'll rename these assets in this file later. Oh, that's funny. So, like, I can technically go place a thing in here. I wonder if it will shoot. So I don't know why that's so bright. I don't think this will because there's stuff that blocks it. Oh, they're not going close enough. Okay, so it did shoot here. Gotcha. Okay. All right, cool enough. All right, so yeah, the next thing is gonna be trying to actually get the where it looks like we can actually place things. Okay, so where I'm at is I have imported some more assets. I've basically made placements for the different um, places where you can drop down stuff, and it feels more like it's part of the actual level. Um, I made sure to put in a big one, this grid system, so you can drop down this. You know, when we hit start wave, they do come in. Um, I changed out the base. I don't really have a consistent feel per se. I just was trying out some different assets. Like, you know, these are kind of like pillar things, and that's like a walkway that you can put stuff on. So that works, and that's cool. And they're doing their thing. Um, let's let well, let's see if we can some of them can get through. Let's see. I could keep on adding more and more areas that you could potentially like apply stuff. But I feel like in general, this is a good fill start thing, right? I'm not trying to get this super polished. I'm actually just trying to get back into Unity and figure this is a fun little thing to start. So, okay. Alright, so now they're doing damage. It's the base. We're on wave 3. They're still coming. I'm gonna go ahead and sell these because I basically just want to make sure I can die. That then got blown up. The only other thing I kind of would put in here is like blocking them. Let me do that real quick, actually. Interesting. They're turning around instead of going towards it. All right, let's sell one. Okay. I was hoping that they would, you know, be like, oh, I have to attack this thing first. All right, that's fine. So we wanted one on here. Basically, what I would do is instead just duplicate this and have it a, I guess a 2, you know, 2, 2. 2. There we go. Using that better. So now that we've added like our own little assets and whatnot, I want to try to replace one of the units with these, or at least make our own. So let's try that out. Okay. I'd play on Wake on that one effect by accident. Now it's working like I'd expect. All right. So there we have it, where we've put in our own turret. We've now granted it's rotating as a turret and not a cannon. Once we get into the actual cannon, if we look at the targeter, we could make it where it won't tilt up and down, but because it's a turret, it's gonna go around and around. So what we can adjust is like the rotation speed and its search rate and things like that. But I'm fine with leaving this as it is for now. I would actually say that, maybe we swap out the model for a cannon that is meant to go around instead of this one that's obviously meant to be stationary. Okay, we're going to do a build and run. If you go to build and you end up getting an error like this, what I was able to do is go into the, well, I'm going to go back into the main menu. So if I go to the scenes, main menu, I'm not going to save this one, the main camera here, and I just turn off this flare layer, it seemed to allow me to build. And then I was able to turn it back on fine and build again and go over what we've done. Okay, turn that down. Okay, so now we have in here, changed the starting menu a little bit, added some of the stuff we added. If we jump in, if we compare this to level 1, level 1, we didn't modify at all. Go AMD, please. Thank you. Hit start wave. And we can see we have these here. We can drop these here. Drop those. We can see how the game looks. And so some of the goals we had were to add a new level. So let's go back to the main menu. So we added this level 6. So we have this new level. It's definitely different than the other level. We also wanted to do basically a asset swap with some of the to do our own turret and our own vehicle. So we added this one. It only cost 1, but we added it and we hit the wave. And the first thing that comes in is the new unit we added. And we have that base that still takes just hits when stuff gets here. All right. So one of the things I can take away from doing this video is that, yeah, I can jump back into Unity pretty easily. Like with anything, you get stuck on stuff for a little bit, but for the most part, it seemed like we were able to figure it out without needing to even really change anything. If I were to continue with this project, such as adding a fast forward button, um, you know, changing how the energy works, where instead of you clicking on just an energy button, maybe you have to place the pylons. Maybe potentially make it where that cannon, maybe I could have it where it locks its rotation or something like that. That type of stuff would take more time and also would take me having to actually change some of the actual code. Whereas so far in this project, all I've really done is use the Unity editor and utilize the template scripts. So, but I don't know if anybody else has really, you know, swapped everything out before with this particular template project. Um, if you're aware of another game, maybe a game somebody published where they literally did an asset swap using this template, please let me know. If you would like to see me actually continue with this project and add more to it, please like and subscribe.